It is a popular societal belief that one's appearance does in fact have a direct correlation to how well one is received by others, both in social and professional settings. Most would even go further to say that pretty-looking people seem to have an unfair advantage at getting ahead in all spheres of life. My name is Bisola Aiyeola, and on today's episode of Real Talk, I'm here at Ile Eros to meet with beautiful people to discuss the idea of pretty privileges, what it means, and how it influences social perception. Let's go. Hello, Moet. Hello, Leo. Hello,
Hi.
Adunni. Hello, Tolu.
Hi.
How you guys doing?
Very well.
Welcome.
Great.
Everyone's looking really gorgeous, awesome, beautiful. How do we feel?
Great.
Relaxed?
I feel
Looking
good.
pretty? Pretty and handsome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, guys, so today we're going to be talking about pretty privilege. I don't know if anyone has heard of this before.
No, I
Definitely
haven't.
have.
You definitely have.
Oh, you definitely
So
have.
have you?
No.
Leo,
Of course.
you've heard of pretty privilege.
course.
Adunni, what about you?
We hear it.
You hear it?
Yeah.
So
But does it apply to me? No.
does it apply to
No.
you?
It doesn't
So,
apply
so,
to
so
me, though.
Leo, how would you define pretty privilege?
So pretty privilege for me is just when you're good looking and things just fall in your laps.
For like you don't have to work hard for
You don't have to work as hard as people that are not really that pretty have to work.
I like how you're being politically correct.
Yeah.
How would you define it?
I would say, yeah, pretty much what he said. It's all more about your looks. If you've got a good body, you've got a nice face, and you know, if you sort of, as soon as you enter a room, people, you know, turn and look at you. As soon as that happens, I guess that's that privilege.
Okay, so Adunni,
Mhm.
you've heard of pretty privilege.
Yes.
Do you believe it exists? In your world?
In my world,
Yes,
no.
in your world.
In other people's world, maybe.
Maybe. So-
My world, no.
So you would never, you tell me that there's never been a situation whereby being as beautiful as you are has, you know, helped you get ahead of something or someone.
Well, you have to understand that someone like me with the color that I have, it's almost intimidating for a lot of people. So
Okay.
they have to show themselves in a negative way first before maybe warming up to me. So it's always more of who does she think she is type attitude rather than, you know, the privilege that comes with being pretty.
But
Yeah.
you've benefited from you being the way you are.
How?
Say, for instance, you're an actor. There's a role for two people, and just because, Adunni, light skin, she doesn't need them to put a lot of light on her when lighting up a room. I think we should go with her as opposed
You would
to,
think that, right?
yeah,
It will make their job easier.
yeah.
Because, yeah, I will be able to translate, you know, get into the character and deliver.
Deliver, yes.
But you would think they would do that, right? That doesn't make it right. But no.
Doesn't make it right.
Yeah, I hardly attend auditions for personal reasons. And I attended one. I was sure I killed it. But the director sitting right there said no, that I looked too sexy for that character. Even though I was dressed down, I didn't have on high heels. My outfit was like a secretary. And I was supposed to be best friends to the boss of the firm. It's a popular show. You probably know what show I'm talking about. And he wasn't convinced. He said, oh, I'm taller than the boss. And that was the problem for him. So he had me take off my shoes for the second time. We did the reading again, and it was even better than the first time. In my mind, I was like, yeah, I got this. Based off of talent, not
Talent,
looks.
not looks, yeah.
But then I got a call back and saying no, that the person who had contacted me said she was outnumbered, and that they went with the more obvious reason, the short, fat person, in her words. So no, it wasn't in my favor.
It wasn't in your favor.
No.
But does that happen all the time?
I can't say.
You can't really
Maybe
say.
majority of the time, whatever I get based off of
Mostly your talent. most of your time.
Yeah.
Now, Leo,
Yeah.
have you ever gotten away with stuff that you know on a normal day you should be punished for, reprimanded for, but because you're good looking, you got the swag, you just that just helps everything go easy.
Yeah, I would say once or twice.
Only
Okay, so for guys, it's not more about just being fine. You also have to have money.
you also have to have money.
Yes. So you can be good looking, but if you don't have, yes.
Wow.
So our own fine privilege, you need to put some, cartridge
Into
so that it
it.
can work. Yeah. So I have one. So I can remember the police one time. I think I followed one way. And the policeman just came to the car. Okay, stop. Just like, and you be fine, boy, you.
Wow.
So yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think,
find something for us.
yes, exactly. So he didn't. From shouting, he just got. I went on. I'm like, okay, how far now? Good evening. He's like, and you be fine, boy, you. Why you can't they do like this now? So resolve the situation. So yeah, of course, I'm not gonna deny it. But and as well, probably the type of car you drive as well, counts. But yeah, I
Now,
have.
Moet, you said something that if you don't have money, you are not fine.
No. Not
You're ugly.
necessarily.
Not necessarily. So how would you define beauty?
Beauty,
Yes.
not a fine man.
Fine
I
man.
was talking about men.
Okay, yeah,
In
okay,
that
men.
situation.
Let's use the men part now.
Okay.
Yes. How would you define a fine man?
Obviously, pretty on the eyes, and also looks very good in his bank account. It's very important. That's actually that's the makeup. That's what makes you fine.
See, Bisola, for a guy,
Exactly.
if you don't have money, you can never look good.
Really?
See,
I
let me
agree.
explain to you, because our clothes are more expensive, our shoes are more expensive, everything is more expensive. So the more you wear them, the more they wear out. You get me? So if you have one money, you quickly use it to buy something. If you're repeating, trust me, it's going to tell that this guy knows to get them like that.
Tolu, do you agree with this?
Yes, I actually agree with both of them.
So if you don't have the money to back up the looks, you are ugly.
Well, and if you, like to a certain extent, you might not be ugly, but then you still need some financial gains to know that, okay, and so when you say a very, very ugly guy with a very pretty girl, you're thinking, what are they doing together? And she will tell you, oh, he has the best nose of the world. It's the money.
It's the money.
It's the mother.
It's the nose, it's the nose.
So it's the nose, yeah. So it's more to do with the money there and what he can do. It might not even be the money, but it could be the way he's there for the girl, maybe
Caring.
emotionally.
Yeah, but what if
caring
you're
and all.
broke and you're caring?
Well, you can be broke and you're caring, but then it won't match up to when you're rich and caring. I mean, it
can't.
Exactly. It can't match up to it.
Okay, so what happens with the people who are wealthy, good looking, but not caring? Would they get away with bad behavior just because they've got the money and they've got the looks?
So it's an individual thing. With me, if you're wealthy, but you're not caring, I don't think it's gonna last. It's not gonna be, because I'm a very emotional person. I need my man to fit in all the boxes. So you need to be financially stable. You need to be very caring, because the caring part is so important to me. And you also need to be able to deal with my emotional baggage as well. So,
Tolu, let me ask you this. You are a fashion designer. You work with a lot of women, and you also get to work with a lot of models. You must be particular about how a certain person looks, how a certain person's body is, because of what you design, what you create. Do you see it as discrimination, or it's just because of what is pretty to the eyes? Because I know I have insecurities about my body, my stomach, and then I see some models and I'm like, this cloth is so beautiful, will they size me? Those are questions that I ask, because a lot of times fashion designers tend to go with the person that has that perfect look, perfect this. Wouldn't you consider that a little bit of discrimination? Could it also mean that it's the size you're working with? Because I've had a designer tell me, Bisola, what size are you wearing now? I said, oh, my hips, well, for pants, it's going to be size 14. Sorry, love, I just stopped at size 12. And I felt hurt. I felt really hurt by that. So what in your case?
okay.
In my case, it's quite different because I'm a designer and I'm the muse as well. Like I designed for myself. So whatever I know I can wear, that's what I design. So it's when people think, oh, Tolu, you don't create things for plus size, it's more like me not knowing what to create. Because I'm thinking, I'm a very, I like to dress in a very sexy but classy way as well. So I'm thinking if I'm making a crop top for like a plus size, is she going to appreciate it? But if I make it for someone and I try it on first, I can tell it is good. Now I can sell to my clients. So it's not about discrimination. It's just that I use myself as my model. So if I can wear it and I believe Moi can wear it, Adunni can wear it, maybe I don't think about the other people, but then it's like an extra work. Now, once an extra work, I need to be conscious about it, to put them into consideration and know this is what's going to fit.
Moi, do you believe that pretty privilege benefits women more than men?
Definitely.
Why?
Of course. You should ask the men that, to be honest, because I feel, I think it's the men that can answer that. Because there's so much of a woman's beauty is actually focused on as opposed to what she really does have to offer. And that tends to not necessarily come from women, but more from men. So it's really the men that can answer.
But in like the workplace, in relationships, do you feel like people that are not as pretty physically are disadvantaged, Tolu?
No, I don't think so, because I've worked with different type of people, but I'm not going to use the word, but the ones that are not that attractive, they work better than the most attractive people.
In relationships, there's bound to be issues. Bound to be issues between you and whoever, your partner is. Do you think that because you're beautiful, Adunni Ade, little or no makeup on, just gloss, the way you talk, subtle talking, beautiful, like soft, do you think that you get away with a lot of stuff?
I don't know.
Just because you don't know.
I don't know.
Adunni, you are lying to me, dear.
I don't know.
Because when you say that I don't know, I can see scenarios playing in your head like, that could be it, that could be that.
No.
Leo,
But
yeah.
Bisola, you know me outside of this.
Yes.
I'm very stern. I'm, direct. There's no short corners with me. It is what it is. It's in my book, white is white, black is black. But in Nigeria, white can be great. In my book, no.
So do you think that there's been pressure applied to you just because of how good looking you are and you trying to separate pretty privilege from being hardworking? Do you think there's a lot of pressure on you as a person?
Over the years, when I first started, yes, because the only questions that I would get was, oh, do you think you've gotten this far because of how you look? I'm like, I wish, dang, I wish, I was like way up there. But I have had to fight every step of the way to get to wherever it is you see me at. I don't think it worked in my favor. I wish.
Leo, have you ever gone the extra mile to look finer? I'll use myself as an example. I wasn't really happy with my dentition, so I got braces. It took me about 13 months to correct it. And before I got braces, I used to smile and laugh funny. Whenever I'm like, there was always a way, even the way I talk, I used to use my tongue to kind of cover my lower teeth just to hide, the imperfections. So I got braces to help me look better. And now, everyone, this one here as well, like, everyone going, have you ever gone the extra mile?
I also got braces.
So is it only braces that you would say is the thing that made you?
Braces alone, and maybe I went to the gym. I think those are the only two things, going to the gym and actually getting braces.
Okay, what about you, Moet? Have you done anything extra just to make you look good so that the society can accept your look?
I don't think it's a thing that I've done so the society, I don't do things for society.
For yourself?
Yeah, this is more of for myself. I'm very particular about my skin, so I would always, go to the spa and do all those things. But I just feel like if you can afford it, that's what you should do. Do you know what I mean? And I don't think you should do it for society, you should do it for yourself.
For yourself.
So yeah, and I feel like most women would.
Okay, Tolu, you are a beautiful melanin queen. Very beautiful melanin queen. Have you ever been pressured at any point in time in your life to have changed the color of your skin just to...
Yes, a lot of times. I remember growing up, I used to think I'm going to be like my friends because they're white, because I went to a white school in London. So I used to want to be like them a lot. So I know maybe once or twice I've attempted to change my skin color. a lot of times I'll go to the market and look for brightening
Lightening
cream,
thing, yes.
lightening cream, and apply on my body. I'll wake up the following morning and maybe I'm a little bit brighter. But what makes it worse is the compliment I get the following day. Oh my God, Tolu, you're so pretty. Something has changed about you. You look more beautiful. So that's because my skin color has changed. I've become lighter. So it became like a very big problem for me. I'm like, okay, Tolu, what do you do? So I started using this brightening cream and lightening cream till I started still. My mom noticed, because she wasn't living with me in London then, noticed, I'm like, Tolu, please, I didn't give birth to Oyinbo, because my color was not even, like my face was very light, my bum was dark, my thighs were light, I just had very bad color, but people were seeing more of my face and they would tell me, you look so beautiful. So it was more about acceptance. Like I was happy that people were accepting me better now than before, that used to be very, very dark. So it took a lot of confidence for me to actually embrace this new color, my real original color.
Okay. Adunni, has there been anything you've ever had to do to make yourself look more beautiful, to be more accepted by society?
For society, no.
No. For yourself,
No. For
anything?
Me, nothing really. I'm
Let's
very
see.
simple.
Yes, she is talking about. I don't believe pretty privilege exists with me.
No, not that. I'm comfortable in my skin.
Have
I
you
love
always
who
been
I am.
comfortable in your skin?
Yes. What the society may try to make fun of, maybe it's just because of their own insecurity, is, Nigerian women, a lot of women have big bum, big behind. And, I took after my mother's, right? And, the hips, but the Oyinbo type bum. And it's a problem for a lot of Nigerians. So when you look at me from top to bottom, you're like, oh, she's pretty. Oh, she's light skinned. Oh, this, oh, that. Well, she ain't got no butt, and then you want to criticize me for that. I'm not God. I didn't create myself. But no amount of you trying to body shame me about that will make me say, oh, let me go get butt implants. No, I love who I am. Yeah.
Leo, let me ask, are there more disadvantages to pretty privilege as opposed to advantages?
I need to answer that.
I think it
There?
depends on how I think it's individual. It depends on how you manage it. For someone like me now, I feel it brings a lot of opportunities that I don't even want, and I can pick and choose. I can have more opportunities. Like someone can hit me up and be like, I want you to do a reel. We're going to be paying you so amount of money. And I ask the person, sorry, why are you using me for this? They're like, yo, you're good looking. So I do the job well, they come back again. So I've gotten a lot of jobs just because of how good looking I am. And as well,
So
like, they tell me, and my mother has always told me as well. That's like one of the main things she always told me, like, you're a fine boy. even before I believed it. Anyway, yeah. So I feel it's personal. You need to learn how to manage it. If you let it get to you, if you base yourself around just your beauty, then it's going to definitely ruin you. I know definitely. Some people will look at it that, okay, if I post my bum, I get a lot more engagements. If I don't post my bum, I don't get a lot more engagements. So you now start focusing on how to always reveal your body to get engagement, instead of you figuring out how to have good content that people are going to relate to more, and it keeps them more, you get me? So obviously it has to be personal. You need to learn how to not focus on it. Build yourself as a person instead of focusing on just your looks.
Okay. Tolu, you said that there are more disadvantages.
Yes, definitely. Someone like me, I'm very tall. I'm 6 feet, slim. I believe I have a good body and I'm pretty as well. And I believe anytime I go to like places whereby there are guys and maybe I need a job or anything, they listen to me first and foremost, because they're, oh, who's this girl? Then after talking, yeah, we're interested, but everybody wants more from that. They want more than what you want to offer. So when you're pretty and you need something, and maybe in the men's world, they always seek for more than what you want to give. And now, yes, for women, for women, you're there. Even if you know what you're talking about, they believe you do, but they tell you, I'm going to give you this job, even more than this, but I think you're the girlfriend I'm looking for.
Yeah. I was going to say it was a very big shock when I moved here. I tried to, dabble into some business outside of the film industry. And at some point in time, I broke down because like she said, they wanted more. I tried getting into dredging. That's like a man's world. And I would go up to all these big folks in that industry, and you know, I'm talking, I'm pitching, I'm pouring my heart out, and they're looking right through my soul like, nah, I'm not interested in whatever it is you're saying. I'm interested in you, you know. And it bothered me a lot, and I just stopped that and never went back to it. When people ask, has it been a blessing or has it been, you know, favorable to me? I tell them all the time, it has been, not that I'm not grateful for what I am or who I am, but to me, I feel like it's more of a curse for someone like me, because I get people who, you know, what I get in return from people, if I wasn't this strong-minded, I probably would have moved back to the States and went back to my 9-to-5, but I'm a very strong-headed person. So if you fight me, I'm fighting back. You know, I don't have to get in your face, but I'm stand my ground. You know, this is what I deserve. This is mine. You know, I have to get it done. And you see the same people who criticize you doing the same thing or wanting to be who like you are. Yes. Especially the color. You know, when I first got here, the color was a big issue for people. Like, who the hell is she? Where is she coming from? Oh, she just moved from the States. She thinks she's about to come and take over. It's not happening. And I dealt with that for years. It was really discouraging. Now, all you see is people wanting this color. You know, you're injecting yourself using God knows what. You want to be like this, but it would never look. Yeah. It can never be the same. It can never be. Yeah, I tell people, just stay true to who you are. Okay. Just be you.
Okay, so one last question, and I would like everyone's input. We're in showbiz. We know what the showbiz business is like. You have to sometimes look a certain way. You have to sometimes work out extra. You have to drive a certain kind of car, look a certain kind of way, just because of the business that we're in. So is it that we as the entertainers in this business, fashion designers, actors, OAPs, is it that we need to change the narrative of what beauty should be or what pretty privilege should be? Or is it that looking aesthetically pleasing is what should be the norm?
I personally feel it has to be balanced. And when I even speak balanced, I mean, yes, obviously you do have to look the part. You can't, you know, but then you also have to, in a sense, also be true to who you are. I feel, yes, I look the part, but if I wasn't even doing this, I would still look like this. So that's more of the balance. So so I'm not doing things that I wouldn't normally do if I wasn't an OAP or if I wasn't on TV. I still feel this is how I would dress, this is how I would look, but nonetheless, I'm not necessarily, you know, going off tangent just because I'm trying to fit in. So I feel like, yes, we do actually have a role. And the main thing that we should try to do is to try to tell people that the most important thing is to actually just be you, like be the way you want to be. If you want to go about not wearing makeup, you have no idea how many people are looking up to you for that, have been inspired by that. If you want to, you know, show your curves, you have no idea how many people are interested in that. You have no idea how many people are interested in, you know, the fact that you're tall, and you have no idea. So I just feel like as long as you're so true to yourself and you know that you have this platform and you have this voice, make sure you use it right, and you use it basically trying to let everyone know that you have to be true to who you are. That's just really it.
Leo?
Yeah, I actually agree with her. And the thing is, when it comes to showbiz, you have to define who you are. Your brand has to represent exactly who you are. I'm a businessman. That is what I do. You know, showbiz is basically my side hustle. You get. So how I see myself is being a superstar businessman. So that means there'll be times where I might not look as good as if I'm going for a premiere. And people that follow me have to understand that. So I'll definitely post a video where I'm not dressed up in a suit. I'm not dressed up in a tunic. I'm just wearing a t-shirt. So obviously you need to not detach yourself from reality because you're in showbiz. It's extremely important. I think that's one thing I always try to tell people that just get into it. Make sure your brand is who you are. It's easier to become who you are than to try to be someone else. So that's it.
I'm a very simple person in terms of dress, and but it could be considered a little bit flashy. When I moved here, things that I was being criticized of, let's say my clothing, maybe it's like a netty type outfit, and to others it was too revealing. That's what you see now. So what I was criticized of doing is what is in vogue now. But one thing about me is I have never changed, to suit anyone. This has always been me, and that's what I always tell people. If you want to get in this business, make sure, first of all, you have the interest, and this is what you want to do. You're not doing it because you want to drive or ride a Benz, or you want to be able to afford long weaves and wigs and whatnot, and travel to Dubai, or whatever the case may be. Just stay true to yourself and just be yourself. That's the best selling point for me.
And if being pretty is you being
who you are,
just
damn it, you better
just
do
go
the
for it.
damn thing.
Go for
Do
it.
it.
All right, Tolu.
Yeah, I totally agree with everybody. I just believe you need to be true to yourself, and you need to have self-confidence. That, okay, I didn't have that before, unfortunately. Like, I used to think I needed to be a certain color to be accepted in society. So if you have people looking up to you, anyone that's looking up to you is looking up for a certain purpose, maybe because of what you do as a fashion designer, or maybe an actor, or maybe the way you dress, the way you speak, whatever you're doing. So just be true to yourself. If I'm dating a guy, he obviously likes me because I'm skinny or slim. He won't probably go for Moe because she's curvy. He'll probably go for Adunni. Do you understand? And he might not even go for Adunni because Adunni is light skinned, or probably prefer me because I'm dark skinned. So everybody has who they like and their particular preference. So we should just stay true to ourselves and just be yourself.
All right. Okay.
And no bleaching.
Yeah, no bleaching.
No bleaching. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Adunni. Thank you, Tolu. Thank you, Leo. Thank you, Moet. It's been really nice chatting with you guys and seeing beauty and pretty privilege from your perspective. Yes, guys, we're talking pretty privilege today, and I'm sure some of you on there have been on the disadvantaged side or the advantaged side, but we'd love to hear from you in the comment section. Has being pretty been a good thing, a curse or a blessing for you? Do you know anyone who it's been a curse or a blessing for in relationships, in the workspace, in anything at all? Please share with us in the comment section. My name is Bisola Aiyeola. Thank you very much for joining us. And until next time, it's Real Talk. Mwah. Bye-bye.